Hello and welcome to Three Sisters, One Heart podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm Heather.
And I'm Tiffany.
Sorry, there's a little bit of an awkward pause. I didn't know what to do.
We never messed that up. That's like the first time.
Sorry.
I'm usually last in that, so.
Yeah. Either way. Today we are talking about Valentine's Day. We're a little bit late to the party, but
That's okay.
that's okay. That's how we roll.
Yes.
And we can tell you about our Valentine's Days.
What we do
Instead
for
of a
Valentine's
hypothetical.
Day, yeah, like how if we celebrate, if we don't, how we feel about it, what we do with the kids, all of that kind of thing. This will be a short and sweet episode, but we're looking to get into something a little bit more hearty for our next episode. I know we've been having kind of like
more like fun and lighthearted.
Yes, we will get more into it next week.
Yes.
When we pick
A
a
little
topic.
bit longer, heavier, and all that.
Yeah, but we've been busy.
Yes.
So first, trials of the week.
I was actually thinking, do y'all want to skip that and jump to gifts, or do y'all want to
No,
do
just
both?
go quick.
All right. My trial this week. It kind of goes in with my Valentine's Day story, but I had a dentist appointment,
Okay.
so I went to the dentist.
That's a fun Valentine's Day.
It wasn't on
Oh.
Valentine's Day. It was a little bit before Valentine's Day. It was Monday. Or Tuesday. No, it was Monday. And my appointment was at 4:20, and you arrived 15 minutes early, so I got there 4:05. Okay, cool. 5 o'clock, I still hadn't been called back. I walked up to the window, and I was like, excuse me. The lady's sitting talking on the phone. And it'd be one thing if she was on the phone with a client. She was on the phone with a friend.
That's not cool.
And she didn't hear me, and I had to say, excuse me, and she turned around, she goes, oh, do you need to go? I'm like, yeah, it's been an hour. And she was like, she looked at the time, and then she was like, oh my gosh, I'll call you back, and hung up the phone. And she was like, oh my gosh, that's so unacceptable, you're right, let me get your name and your number, and I'll call you later this week to try and reschedule you. I was like, okay. Already annoyed, I just wanted out of there at that point. It was just for a cleaning.
Not to mention you drove like an hour to get there.
A half hour.
Whatever.
Maybe
But it's
the
still,
Friday,
it's my
'cause
dentist.
like the end of the day or
It
something.
was Monday.
Oh shit, you're right. It was Monday.
So I was already annoyed. I was like, okay, whatever. So 2 days later is when she called me. She was like, oh, we have an appointment at 5:20 this afternoon. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to, I need advance. That's why I booked the appointment in advance.
Yeah.
So that was annoying. That was my trial. I haven't
Was
got my
it for
teeth cleaned.
Aw.
Not a terrible week if that's the worst that happens, though, right? I always try to put like an optimistic spin.
Well, there's a half next part to that
There's
story
another
that,
part. Yeah,
God.
that goes into Valentine's Day-ish.
Well,
So, yeah.
mine is, so on the last episode we talked about my decision to quit my job, even without having another job, which was really scary. But it was the right move. Either way, I went into work and unknown to me, both my managers were in meetings, or like a scheduled like workshop all week long. So I'm not even gonna lie, like I chickened out. Until Friday. And I put in my notice, so that was really, really hard. I actually feel really bad. I had to email it because they weren't there, but I wanted to give them a full 2 weeks and them to know what was going on. But I literally I hit send and ran out of the building. So I have no idea if there was any response, anything. I was too terrified. But that was definitely the hardest thing that I had to deal with this week because
So is your trial your anxiety
Yes.
that you've had to deal with since then?
oh my gosh, just every day.
Not
It was
good.
like I was down to the last minute. Like I had to do it. So it was just all week, just on edge, just ugh.
Yeah.
But I had to do it. It was
Right.
necessary evil.
Maybe it will lead into your triumph this week.
What was yours?
So for me, this week, my husband and I got to go to our little Orlando anniversary trip, which was a positive. But I could not drive the whole time we were in Orlando because everything took us on I-4. And first off, I-4 is huge and a little intimidating. But secondly, right where all the attractions and stuff are, there's bunches of construction happening. Half the signs aren't even marked. I don't know, if we didn't have GPS, I don't know how people would have navigated. There are no street signs on half the turns we have to make. And I'm like, how are you supposed to know this? Turn on Gory Avenue. Okay, well, it doesn't say
Where is
anything.
it?
It literally is just take the next turn and hope that that's the right turn. And I get motion sickness.
Ugh.
So, I think maybe that's why, like, I like the idea of traveling, but I don't travel well. You
Yeah,
know?
I can't drive long distance as well. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm sitting up front or driving, I'm fine. But anytime I have to get in the back seat, like, even...
Oh, yeah, especially in the back seat.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Or read, I can't read.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't faze me. I'm the oddball out, obviously.
I wish it was the case, but
Yeah.
I can
just
make the long drives and all that. It doesn't bother me.
just the traffic and stuff, and the big city driving, and like people are, I don't know if it's locals or tourists or a combination of both, but like people not using their turn. I come from a small town, and like people not using their turn signal and just like bumping right in front of you where everyone is going like 70 on the highway or the interstate or whatever. That is terrifying to me. And honestly, they're going more than 70.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
But you're supposed to only be going 70. So that was definitely my trial this week, is just being a little city gal in a big city and not loving that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I like big cities and I like the hustle and bustle, but I think only since my accidents, I'm terrified of any kind of traffic.
Bet.
Oh, I did have another trial. I forgot.
Oh, let's hear it.
But
Double
I
up
went,
this week. Let's hear it.
I went for I have a bunch of back issues, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And based on your nerves and how they react to this, like, it's like an electro something or another test. Like, it's like electrodes. Like, they take, it's only like an acupuncture needle, so it doesn't actually hurt that bad. I mean, it's uncomfortable. But what hurts is that they are, like, sending electrodes to, like, make these nerves react. So it's like, you know, when you go to
seizing or something.
the doctor and they do like the thing where they hit your knee to check your reflexes.
Yeah.
It's like that on all the muscles that hurt like hell.
It's like
It
you get a tattoo and they
was
hit that like
miserable.
weird place and like your leg is twitching or something.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't stop it. I'm sorry.
It was awful.
Ugh.
So,
Yuck.
I mean,
Like
results
restless
didn't even
legs
matter.
or
Just the
something.
actual test of it, it was horrifying.
How long did it
It
take?
luckily was only like a half an hour long,
Ooh,
but
still.
it was
half an
like,
hour.
and like
It's
he's
too
got this
long.
little
That is too
acupuncture
long.
needle, and it's a tiny needle. It is, but and I've got tattoos too.
Yeah.
So you would think that these kind of things wouldn't bother
Tattoos
me.
are different.
But it's like he's like brr, brr, like sticking it in there, and then once he gets it in there, he's like rolling it around. I'm like, oh, stop it!
Oh my gosh. Side note: when we finally figure out when we're going on this cruise, we should get tattoos.
I'm
In the
running out of
Bahamas.
room.
Let's get a.
I still haven't gotten my sister or my
well.
mom's sister tattoo. I need to do that. We
You
need to
just
get that
do
on
it.
the ball.
Just so you handle that.
I haven't had any time.
You know,
I'm gonna have
you
all kind of time now.
What says Bahamas? Little.
Palm tree.
Mom,
I don't
we
know
can get
palm
one to
trees.
match.
They are.
Yeah, that's what I was
palm
about to
trees.
say.
How about like a hibiscus flower or something?
That would be cute.
I think Mom has something.
She isn't it her.
Oh, she has a it's white. What do they call it? Magnolia.
That's what it is.
That's what she has.
So she can still have a hibiscus.
She would
could
probably
have
do
a
a
whole
hibiscus.
freaking garden on her.
She
It'd be
would
great.
probably do a hibiscus.
She's pretty down for stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
That might be an idea.
but jumping into Valentine's Day, one of my favorite parts is, and it's one of the traditions that I've carried on, is that Mom, no matter how old we are, I'm 30, you're 33, 34? How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I thought you said I'm.
No, how old are you?
I'm 33. You don't know how old you are? You're going to base it off how
No,
old I
I'm
am?
saying I'm 30 and you're...
Oh, I thought you said being that I'm 33.
Right.
Like
Either
that you
way,
were questioning your age.
We're roughly 30.
I'm 33.
I'm
She's
not 30 yet.
34.
I am not 30 yet.
I'm
Oh,
34,
don't
you
rush
guys.
it.
I'm 34. Sorry.
So, she always gets us gifts, no matter what. If we are in Japan,
usually.
if we're anywhere, whatever, she makes it happen. So,
Or
that
cards,
being
like,
said,
even when
yeah,
we were
there's
kids, we would
cards.
always get cards for holidays,
and not
even
big
if she couldn't
gifts,
do much.
just
Yeah.
very thoughtful, sweet things. So, we thought it would be fun because we haven't seen her yet, so we still have our Valentine's stuff to open. She let us know this morning to come pick them up. So we're going to go ahead and open them and see what Mommy got us this year. And she's like, oh, they're not
And
big.
they're heavy.
They
are
really
heavy.
I don't know what they are, but they are
So-
very heavy. I mean, maybe
I feel like I need more room between this table. I'm up against the wall.
Okay.
Let's push this table a little bit, can we?
Okay. All
We're
right.
good. Teamwork.
Got it.
Are we doing this together? It's probably like the same thing in different colors.
I don't know.
They're all heavy.
There you go.
Oh my god, I love
shit.
her.
I got
The
cotton candy.
But you're vegan now
What
too.
does yours say? You're magical unicorn.
That's really cute.
What'd you get?
I got a frog.
What
That's
does it say?
cute.
Cuddle. It doesn't say anything.
Yeah, it does look
On
on my
your
heart.
heart.
Totally yours.
Mine says cotton candy. No, it says you're cute. Friend me. Text me. You are great. Be mine.
The little conversation hearts.
My kids are gonna totally
So,
take this all.
And then she goes mom mode and gets
Oh,
you stuff that
yes.
you need but you wouldn't
Dude.
actually buy for yourself. Or
Apparently,
I mean, you
I need
would.
a hair mask.
Oh, I think I already
Ooh.
had some of these. These I think she just shoved
They
back
might
in
have
here. I
just
think
been
these
in
are
the-
already mine. She's like, oh yeah, shove those in there. Those belong to her.
that's totally a
This
thing
is
she
nice.
would do.
Let me
What is
smell
this?
it.
Did she say? Is she
It's,
telling you your house
Oh, I
stinks?
can't see. Let me put this
Maybe.
up.
She told me to move the litter box, so she's like, okay, so in our house,
It's not for me, but I'll take it.
Look like we do.
It's good shampoo.
Ooh, melon.
But she
you
smells
always
great.
need this stuff. She's so crazy. I love it.
That's why it was heavy.
I bet there was a coupon.
Oh, for sure.
Let me smell.
I can't get it like open or twisted.
Some dry shampoo.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That's what after you do your hair mask.
I need
I
some
got
dry
some, too.
shampoo.
Oh, here we go.
I got some too. Dry
I love dry.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a really good brand.
Girl, you're going too fast.
Yeah, right?
Slow down.
Sorry, I'm
You-
excited.
Apparently.
We're still trying to smell
we
this.
just want to smell the damn air freshener. Oh my god.
It looks like.
Oh, it's strong now.
You smell it now?
You don't?
Oh, it smells really
It does.
good. Oh, it's called freshly baked, like bread or cookie or something.
Oh.
You don't like it?
Oh.
Womp womp.
Don't take it personal, Mom. I love it.
Ew. Hi. Whoa, this is a lot of soap. Look
That
at this
is.
fancy soap. Toasted almond.
Ooh.
Oh, what's that one?
more.
She thinks your house stinks.
Oh, that does smell. That smells like almonds. I have some almond oil. That smells
Got a lip
exactly
balm.
like it. Oh, I got
Ooh,
one of those.
I love those.
Let's trade.
Ooh.
I want orange. Oh, mine is vanilla bean.
Ooh, this is shampoo, body wash, or bubble bath.
Ooh,
that's
mango.
nice.
You're stuck.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh, lavender and aloe.
Ooh, I love lavenders like so much.
Apparently my house stinks too.
Oh, mine too. That's okay. Ooh, I got jasmine rosemary.
So did I.
What kind did you get?
Ooh, what is this?
Awesome pear. Jeez,
Oh.
I'm running out of space.
Incense box. Oh, that's
Oh, look, it's like a
That
little.
is cute.
Is it a camel?
It totally is a
That
little
is
camel.
really
That's a
cute.
camel.
Look at this. I like this.
That's so pretty.
Should,
I got
see if
more
we can show
soap.
the camera.
I don't
I
know.
got
I can
vanilla.
never get it to
Ooh.
focus right, but let's see.
Oh, you can't. It's gonna reflect
You can
off
kind
the...
of see my little camel. How cute is that?
Ooh, I got a detoxifying hair mask too.
I
This
got
would be
one
great.
too.
Oh, so all of our hair
damn.
sucks.
Hold on, wait, I got one. Yes. Oh, I got one too. Oh,
We
I
get
also
the same
got a
one.
camel.
I love the
I love
camel.
it.
You know what? I'm probably gonna share some because there's like a couple different. I'm probably gonna share one of these with
One
Nova.
decorative camel, one tea light holder, one ash catcher.
These kind of look like little bullets in there.
Clean freak.
Boom.
You know what? I'm actually glad that she got this
This
because
is
I was
nice
just saying
brand too. This not your mother's.
I need to stop washing my hair so much. I mean, I haven't
Dude.
washed it in a few days, but that was not like by design.
Got cleansing wipes
This is my favorite
for my
thing.
face.
This is my
by
favorite
the way.
thing. I got a can opener. It's Pioneer Woman, but dude, we go through can openers. Oh,
I needed one of
I
these.
got one of
I didn't get
those.
none
That
kitchen
was
stuff.
Awesome.
You got enough kitchen
I
stuff.
do have a lot of kitchen stuff.
So
She loves us
our
more.
can opener is going out, and I don't like electric can openers.
That's really cute. And
Really?
It matches
Yeah,
everything.
and it totally
It
does
really
match.
matches mine.
It's
That's
perfect
cute.
timing. Chris is like trying to open. We eat a lot
See,
of
like
beans.
that's the perfect example of things that you need,
Yes.
But
but
you're
you
not gonna
don't
buy.
want to buy.
I love it. What's
It's a little
this?
mini spatula.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, and by the way, this morning Ariana was like, I was listening to the Marco Polo where Mom said, to come get our gifts or whatever. And Aubriana was like, we gotta go right now. And I was like, honey, they're not for you, they're for us. And she's like, oh, so she hates me now?
Oh,
I was like, oh my
They get
god.
all the time, though. Just
I was
saying.
like, you already got Valentine's stuff.
I got some face towels that smell like cucumber and witch
Ooh,
hazel.
that's like refreshing.
Oh, is
That's
that what they
nice.
smell
What is this one? Cleansing wipes. Shea butter cleansing wipes.
Yeah,
Wash
I
your
feel
face.
so pampered, girl.
This
Wash
is
your
a good
face.
bag. A good bag.
Love it. Sorry, I've been watching AJ and the Queen, so there might be a lot of girl coming out of me today. I just finished that series last night,
your
you
inner
guys.
queen.
It's totally adorable. You should check it out.
Will you set this on the side of you? But yeah, that's totally one of the things that I have continued on with. I'm not nearly as creative. They just get like a teddy bear and some candy that I eat.
I saw they got those big Valentine hearts,
The-
which that's something we would always get. So like, even if mom couldn't afford much at the time, we would always get a card, and we would get one of those little hearts with the chocolates, like 5 chocolates in there. You know,
Yeah,
each
like
one
the
would have a
little
different
ones,
like
yeah.
flavor cream or something, and have like a little Valentine saying.
And it really
Every
it wasn't
year.
even like the greatest candy, but it was so
No,
much fun to get.
but
It
it
was
was
really
special,
more what it was
yeah.
about.
It was
So,
special.
I always loved that. So I continued on with that.
We usually do
Do you
something
get your
for
kids anything
ours.
for Valentine's?
I didn't this year because they still have a crap ton of candy and everything left over from Christmas still.
Yeah.
That I kind of held off.
Yeah.
Because there's just still too much. And Matthew's birthday party is next weekend. We just gotta have too much.
Oh, I hear you.
Oh, that's intense.
It's
I mean,
straight
it's straight
girl.
sugar. But
It's good though.
We always do something for our girls. I've always loved Valentine's, even like when I was a kid, before I even like had romantic relationships, which kind of leads me to, as a kid, as a female, right, child, growing up with princess movies and rom-coms and things like that, I totally used to believe in all of that, like, hokey romance stuff, love at first sight, you'll meet your one true love, and I'm not saying I didn't meet my one true love, but, like, that feeling of that happily ever after, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that completeness is not there until you
Yes.
have that
Like-
other person.
now, of course, I know I complete me. And my husband, he just like amplifies
He
that.
compliments.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is wonderful.
Enhances.
But it's important for me to let our girls know that, you know, yes, we'll watch those movies together and stuff, but you still have to be like, I point out the little things, like I told you guys how we watched Grease, and I was like, oh, but we don't stand for that these days. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Certain stuff.
Yeah.
It's good for us to like be open and honest to them, so that they don't like set
nobody's
themselves
coming to
up
save
for
you.
failure. Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
go
save
ahead and set
yourself.
themselves up for failure. I'm gonna eat more of
We
this.
so my girls are a little younger than yours, so I don't know like if you guys have dealt with this yet. But Ariana, who's 8 by the way, has this little boy in her class that she just adores.
Oh yeah, mine are boy crazy.
It's been pretty consistent too.
Nah,
Like,
it's
it's-
probably getting there.
It's been
You
a
know what?
while.
like characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like anime characters, book characters. They haven't had like big crushes yet.
No, Ariana is like full-fledged. Like anytime you talk about him, she gets all nervous and
Oh
giddy,
my
and I'm like, oh
goodness.
my god. And I had to go in total mom mode, and I was like, she's like, I want
You're
to buy
too young.
Ethan this, and I want to get
Oh,
Ethan
no.
that. I'm like, we are not doing that.
Nope.
Like, and at one point she's like, oh, I'm going to do this for Ethan and this. And I was like, Ethan will get nothing more than every other classmate that you give Valentine's for. Like, and I'm like, I sound like a crazy person, but like, she's 8 years
You
old.
sound like a parent.
Like, she's 8.
No,
I'm like,
neither of my boys have shown interest in like flirting or liking.
yeah, they're
anybody.
still a little young
Yeah.
still.
So
So you haven't had to cross that bridge yet. We've had,
nope. Lucky me.
Zolia's had her fair share of crushes for sure. I mean, she's 10. I think 8 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Don't
pretty
tell me
popular
that.
thing
I got
to
8
do.
next week.
Yeah. Maybe it's a little more. I don't know. I only know the girl side of things, so I don't know when it happens for boys.
Hey, this boy thing's new every day for all of us.
Right. So it's something that I am highly unprepared for, and so my resolution is to be like, no, it's not happening.
Mine all wanted to do like Valentine's things for their like Galentines for their
That I
their
would totally have
girlfriends.
been fine with.
Which is awesome. Like, the high school still does the, I forget what they're called. They're like
The
singing.
singograms.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So cute. And it was like, Mom, I want to buy some of these for some of my friends, which I thought was really cute. And, it's just that they were really fun. Do you remember them doing them?
I do.
I thought they were so cute. But,
Yeah.
like, so
It's
embarrassing
really
you're the only person in the class.
when you're the one
Yes.
that gets it. So uncomfortable. And it was like, I don't even remember who I was it was like my freshman year. And it wasn't like the boyfriend that I dated throughout most of high school. That was later.
Mhm.
God, I can't remember
Corey?
who I was dating.
Was it
No.
Oh,
Either
the
way,
dark- dark
It
hair?
was a very insignificant boyfriend, obviously. But he bought me one for like every single class. And it was so uncomfortable.
Oh my
It was
God.
all day, it would not
That's
stop.
overkill. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It
a little
was
overkill.
so embarrassing. I mean, it was like sweet. I understand the gesture and whatever, but I was like, is it going to end?
I had a boyfriend do it too, but I actually remember which one it was. The one that was real obsessive.
Yeah.
In high
I was,
school, obviously. Painted his truck with my name on it and everything.
Oy vey. I don't remember that.
You don't remember that, really?
The painting of a truck? No.
Yes. Painted my name on the side of his truck.
Wow.
I mean, I've had people try to run me off highways whenever I was with somebody new I was dating, but I've never had anyone paint a truck.
I
out.
never dated. I didn't date that much, so I never had any of those.
I
Like,
attract
crazy.
the crazies.
I never had any
Same.
of those kind of crazy
Same.
stories. Which brings me to like I never had any like crazy Valentine story or any like over the top like no one painted a truck for me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think she saw it as sweet.
I was like, oh, thanks. I think.
Oh, God.
No.
Yeah, that would be
I don't
really
like a lot of
uncomfortable.
attention on me, so to like draw that much and everyone knew. And I was just like,
Yeah, like with like the getting the singing Valentine's thing, and I think that's part of why I didn't want a big wedding. I'm really uncomfortable whenever I'm like the center of attention, which is hysterical.
So am
that
I.
we now do this.
so the wedding was a little bit hard for me.
yeah,
I didn't like everyone staring at me.
like
I
I
liked
wanted
it.
nothing to do. Like no, it did not appeal to me at all. So I don't know, but as far as Valentine's goes, I don't really. My husband and I don't really celebrate that much. I mean, like we do for the kids, and like he got me a card and
Like
stuff.
it's special. It's just not like a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, you don't do like the.
We're pretty spoiled as it is. If I'm
Right.
like, oh, I want this, like, I'll get it like as a more random
Yeah.
thing than waiting for a holiday. So then whenever holidays come around, like, it's no big
Supposed to
deal.
like go out to dinner and get dressed up, or I mean, I've done on and off same. Like my
Yeah.
husband is not.
Sometimes we will.
My husband is a conspiracy theorist kind of guy, so he thinks that Valentine's was made by the Hallmark company to make us buy stuff we don't need, and he's always says like, why would I spend one day a year telling you how much I love you? I should be telling you all year long. So
Yeah.
I get that, but
it's fun though.
Yeah.
it is, and I just love the idea of like of celebrating love in general.
Yeah.
And to me, I think again for me, it's not just like a romantic kind of love. I've always loved it.
Yeah.
Like mommy getting us those cards. I love a good card.
Mhm.
By the way, I love a good card. Ugh. So like getting that little card that just was like a little reminder, you know. Hey, don't forget, I love you. Like,
Yeah.
I just love that for so many reasons, and I love hearts. Like you guys know, I have like probably 4 or 5 hearts tattooed on my body. I love love, and all you need is love. Just kidding. You need more.
Yeah.
You need to get a job, girl. Okay.
We didn't go to dinner or anything this year. We have before.
Yeah.
But this year it was very low key. What did we do on Valentine's for dinner? I don't even. Oh wait, we had chicken and rice. Yeah, real
Oh, alright.
exciting.
Like yellow rice.
I ordered some
Oh
pad
my
thai
gosh.
and sat on my couch and played video games by myself.
Sad.
That's funny. Chicken and rice. Is it with yellow rice, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not where Ben comes from.
What?
What is it?
And it
Just
was
white
white rice.
White rice, just the plain.
Ew.
Yeah, and it was actually pretty good. But it was like
No.
I'm like at the store and I'm
You
like I
put
don't even know what
spices in
kind
there or
of rice.
something?
Yeah, there was different spices and stuff.
Weird.
But it takes a really long time to make. Was not a fan. Like it was like real cooking people.
Did you boil a whole chicken like mom used to?
I was going to, but it was like, it wants you to boil that thing for like 3 hours. And I'm like, I don't have 3 hours, but I got to
got time for that.
Instapot. So we Instapotted the chicken and did it that way.
Nice.
So it only took like an hour and a half, but I'm like, this is ridiculous for some chicken and rice. Like,
was it just the two of you, or like did you have the kids?
We had the kids.
Nice.
And we had Wyatt, so we
were
bonus
babysitting.
baby. Yeah, our bonus baby. So we didn't really do anything too crazy, but honestly, like with how everything has been lately,
It
like,
has been busy.
I'm totally good with that. Like maybe next year, maybe 5 years from now, whatever, we can do the whole big shebang Valentine's Day. But it's just not. It's just not appealing right now. Maybe whenever my kids are grown and I really don't have that much to look forward to or after. Or,
Look
no,
forward to.
It sounds terrible. I don't mean it that way. Like, in our next stage of life.
When you have more
When
time
we have
to look
time
forward
to be a little
to.
more selfish and whatever.
You said you had. Let's hear about your Valentine.
Alright, so it was Monday. It was after my dentist appointment. Bobby's ship was in port for a couple days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so he had earlier, like the night before, or 4 a.m. or whatever, had messaged me saying, hey, I might get a couple hours. Do you want to have dinner tonight? I was like, yeah, I'm already going to be in Jacksonville. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So I leave the dentist. Hadn't gotten a hold of him yet, so I'm still texting him, asking what's going on. I was like, well, I'll head to base just so I'm there whenever he gets off. I am 5 minutes from base. This man texts me saying, I have a 102-degree fever. I'm sick.
Hmm.
Oh man.
I just drove an hour and a half. And I was like, okay, should I go home? He was, yeah. Did you bring me anything? I'm like, I already turned around for one. And I was like, yeah, what you had asked me. He felt he was having a little bit of a cold coming on, so he asked me to bring him tea and honey and some ibuprofen or whatever. I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, oh, okay, can you bring it to me? Oh, can you grab me dinner too? I'm like, I'm already up here, might as well.
He's not winning the husband award this year.
Oh.
This was before Valentine's Day.
Okay.
It was Monday. I was like, fine, I'll stop, I'll order you dinner, I'll bring it to you. Couldn't sit and eat it with him. Or didn't have time, or wasn't thinking. Then I get there, and I go to just give him the food. He jumps in the truck. I was like, okay. He was like, hey, can you take me to Walgreens real quick? I'm like, yeah, sure.
I would love to.
So we went to Walgreens, and he gets a bunch of snacks, because he's on board. The food's not that great, so he gets stuff to snack on. And he gets a little more cold medicine and all that. Okay. So I take him back to base. He's like, oh, well, I'd kiss you, but I don't want to get you sick. I was like,
dang.
I'm good. I don't want to get sick, so I'm good without the kiss.
Aww.
You're like, peace out.
Yeah.
Take your lunch with
And
you.
he's like, well, if I'm feeling better tomorrow, do you want to bring the boys up and go to dinner?
You're like, I'm not doing this again.
Sure, honey. I'll drive up again.
So this isn't even Valentine's Day. This is still the same Monday that you went to the dentist.
Yes.
Oh, dang.
So I drive back up Tuesday, and it wasn't even for Valentine's Day, but I picked him up for a box of chocolates and a card, and just set him on the seat. And then he gets in the truck, and I look over. I didn't put the card in the envelope, nor did I sign the card. I was like,
It's the
oh
thought
shit.
that counts.
And he jumps in the truck. He's like, oh, thanks, babe. Opens the card, goes like this. But sounds like, you didn't read that. I'll sign it later so you can read it.
Oh, God.
That's hysterical.
So we actually ended up going to dinner, but more for Matthew's birthday since he won't be here. And we took Matthew to Target, let him pick out a gift.
Cool.
Picked
That's
out
fun.
Minecraft Legos.
Of course.
Yay, Legos.
And by the way, he doesn't want you to get him something. He wants you to take him shopping.
Oh, dang.
See,
That's the enchanted thing. You've got
this
them.
started as me being a slack ass.
So now you have to take him shopping.
I was like, look, I don't have time to go shopping right now. Party's in like 20 minutes. I'm not prepared. We're gonna put a spin on this. And I'm like, I'm gonna take you shopping. We're gonna
So
go
that's
on a
what he
trip.
wants from you.
So now all the kids
Everyone.
like to go shopping.
They expect it.
Yep.
They
So
totally expect it.
okay, so I hand him that, and he gets in the truck. He was like, he sees the candies in the card. He was like, oh, he has this jacket with him. It's a men's 2X jacket.
What does it have on it, Heather?
It says Iwo Jima, which is his ship. I don't know if I'm, whatever. I don't know where they're at, any of that. I'm not saying that. And it says his ship across the front, and it's got a picture of the ship in the wording. And it's a nice
Nothing
jacket.
says I love you like a
big ass shirt
naval
to
ship.
tell me, or to remind me of the big ass ship that takes him away from me. That says love.
He tried.
No, the thing is, I'm pretty sure it was just for him, and he was like, "Oh fuck, I didn't get her anything." Handed me a jacket he had just got.
Good recovery, Bobby.
Oh, dang.
We're not on to you.
I was like, and it's comfy, but it's huge.
I like to try to like think on his feet. My husband would have been like,
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh.
I'd have been okay with that too.
That's
I
really
was just
sweet.
like,
No, I think it's
oh,
really
thank
sweet.
you, honey.
At least he cared. My husband was like, the girls didn't even let me sign the card. He went out and he took them and he bought like one of those like big ass cards. And he was so proud of himself because apparently
His
they
ears
cost
must have
the
been
same.
ringing.
It costs the same?
He just texts me.
Oh, that's funny.
But apparently, yeah, the big ass cards are just as expensive as the other ones.
So he's, like, getting his
I got
money's
a
worth?
deal. He's like, but they didn't even let me sign the card. But I was in on that.
Did they sign their name big or like tiny?
Tiny.
Of course, I knew it. I knew
They've got
it.
this card that's like this big, and I've got like little blurb and little like blurbs. Where they, I'm like, you guys.
Gonna draw your family portrait in there or
Right.
something.
See,
Just
like,
like
that
a
would have
book.
been my boys. They'd have drawn pictures of everything.
Yeah, it was really cute.
So for us, we usually always do something for our kids for Valentine's, and it varies. It depends. Like 1 year, they usually get some kind of candy or treat, and they always get a card, always. This year was our anniversary, which maybe I should back up a little bit. So Chris and I, our anniversary is February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. 13 is one of my favorite numbers. It's one of my birthday numbers. And the year we got married, we probably would have done the 14th, except for it was on a Monday. So it was like as close as we could get to Valentine's Day without it being, like
Like a
actually on
weekday.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. I love hearts. I love gushy romance and stuff.
Which
And
is crazy to me because
I know.
growing up, if anybody, it was not going to be her.
No.
I'm practical, but I have a little gooey sinner. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's deep in there.
It's like an
You
onion.
could
I
do
have
like
layers.
a
keep it-
marshmallow, a toasted marshmallow,
I keep it, one of the real burnt, crusty ones.
but the inside's all melted.
Yes. Gooey, a little gooey sinner. So, my husband never liked Valentine's Day, and I was like, watch this, you're gonna love Valentine's Day. Okay, so it's kind of like a double whammy. So when we celebrate our anniversary, it's better than celebrating Valentine's Day. We are celebrating our love and our commitment to each other. And he doesn't have to be all like, it's just a commercial holiday.
Because
it's
now
our
you've
anniversary
made it
now. Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So this year we celebrated 15 years, which is crazy bananas to me. It feels like, I won't be like, it feels like last year or something, because it doesn't. But maybe like 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like 15. That's craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel like that long to you guys? You were there.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot's
like that long?
happened in our lives since then.
I guess you're
They've
right.
been pretty
I guess you're right.
transformative years
Yeah.
for me.
The older you get, the faster the years go by. I don't know why it works that way.
Yeah.
Perspective.
What was
That's
it?
why.
I was 16.
Something like that.
My life is
So I
quite
was
different
14, yeah.
than when I was 16.
Maybe you were a little older. You were only 14. That doesn't seem old enough.
Had to have
And
been.
you were 16?
I'm 30.
I'm
It was
28.
15 years
Oh,
ago.
Lord.
15,
You're
16.
right. Dang.
Yeah.
Y'all were babies.
We were
I was a
babies.
baby, to be honest. I
We
was
were
married at 19.
young enough that I remember that the dresses, Mom made a comment about them being a little bit skimpy, and
They
they
were
were
not.
they were not,
No.
but they were spaghetti strapped or whatever. And she wasn't saying like, no, you can't wear it. It was just like she said something along the lines of like, it looks like a grown up dress or something along.
I was 6 months pregnant, and my boobs came in like 3 days before our wedding, so
You're like, hello.
yeah, it was. You want to talk about feeling a little too tarted up? Like, okay, you're already knocked up. Now your boobs are out there. Anyways, so Valentine's, we had a good weekend. We had a good trip. We went to Blue Man Group, which was really, really fun. I was like, oh, this might be cool. It was really, really fun. We had a
Yeah.
great time with that.
I want to do that one.
We did a lot of different little things while we were there. But then we left to come back home. We went by. It used to be called Baby Cakes, but I think there was some kind of an issue because it was like 2 gals and they were partners, and then they had some like stuff happen, and so now it's just called Erin McKenna's Bakery in Disney Springs, and their whole menu is allergen friendly. So it's vegan, it's gluten free, it's soy free. I believe it's nut free. They had like sunflower, which is like made from sunflower seeds, but it's free of the top allergens.
What did they make it with?
all kind of other
Sunshine and
magical stuff. So we bought a bunch of stuff. I got a donut that was like Samoa donut, had like coconuts on top. Oh my god, it was so good. And we walked around downtown Disney, got a coffee and had a donut, and then brought a bunch of treats back for the girls. And then when we got home, we watched a movie with them, gave them their Valentine's cards, gave them their treats. I got some heart-shaped pastas from Aldi.
Oh, that's cute.
So I made pasta, and what did we watch? Oh, we watched, okay, we could not decide on a Valentine's movie. It's like they're at an age where they like kind of are into lovey stuff, but then kind of it's not cool. Or, you know what I'm saying? And like some of it they don't want to like watch with their parents. So we couldn't decide, and then we were like, well, let's watch a scary movie then, and like an anti-Valentine's Day movie. Mm-hmm. And what we landed on was Tremors. We watched the first 2 Tremors movies. Have you ever seen those?
I don't think I've ever even heard
My
of those.
boys have.
Oh
God.
Really? Were they freaked out?
I don't know.
Monica was a little freaked
You'd have
out.
to ask their dad.
We watched, there's like 5 or 6 of them on Netflix.
Yep.
So we watched the first 2, and I loved them when I was a kid. They would come on at like on TNT at like 10 o'clock at night, and then they would show like, 2 or 3 of them, right? Both of the girls seemed to like them pretty good, and then everyone passed out. We had been traveling, so we were done at that point. Yeah.
We, whatever you said, what did you say about the heart-shaped pasta?
Mm-hmm.
One year, I was so hellbound to make it, like, fun Valentine's-y for the girls. And I made, like, I put dye in the pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
And they made pink pancakes.
Cute.
However, took a step too far.
Oh, no.
And I was just dyeing everything pink. So they had pink eggs. Pink pancakes. They had pink juice. They weren't real interested in the pink eggs. Apparently,
Really?
that was the tipping point.
Did they turn orange?
No, they were pink.
Still?
Yeah.
But it was a little frightening, actually. It just looked like a
Spooky.
blob of girl.
Did you ever do like the green eggs and ham in school or
Yeah.
whatever? Ugh. Green eggs are worse, I think, than pink eggs.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of eggs, so.
Yeah, I feel you.
But
Alright.
on that note, sometimes Valentine's Day is not so great.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a couple of stories. Lovely, my poor mother just went through the ringer before she found my stepdad. So they are her stories.
I got one mess up. So
Oh, right, I forgot
I'll
that you
jump
had
mine
one.
in real quick. So it was after my divorce,
Oh, no.
and
Nothing good starts off, it was after
Yes.
my divorce.
and I just barely started dating a new guy. And we were at the house, and I lived with Mom at the time, and I came home, and I was like, oh, that's odd, you sent me flowers. And I was on the phone with him, he was like, I didn't send you flowers, I'm gonna see you later. I was like, who the hell sent me flowers? I opened the box, it's from my ex-husband.
Oh, my
God.
gosh.
Dozen roses, gorgeous flowers, but I was just like, what the hell?
That's uncomfortable.
That is uncomfortable.
Like, the card was just like, oh, I'm always gonna love you, and this coming from the man who is horrible towards me.
I know.
Yeah, and you guys had never had like a even platonic period.
No, never. Ever.
that was when he was
He's
at
done
the
this-
grasping at straws phase.
He's done, like, little things, like, not, like, send me flowers. He's only sent me those flowers one time, and even I was like, what the hell?
I feel like I remember that, actually.
Yeah, like, whenever we were in our, like, before we were divorced, neither of us were, I don't know if he was, but I was just, like, I was done at that point, and he had sent me flowers on Valentine's Day, and I was like, well, thank you, that was sweet. But this was, like, the next year, we were done by that point. But to basically just confessing his love, saying he's never gonna stop loving me, I was like, okay, that's weird. So I thought that was the end of that. Although the rest of this isn't a Valentine's story, but to say that he's done this multiple times, the day I got engaged, before I had told a soul, like, we weren't even engaged yet. That morning, he sent me a huge text, confessing his love to me again. I'm like, you're married.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember
that's
that,
awkward.
too. I was wondering if you were going to say
And I was like, what the hell is wrong
it
with
was
this
big,
man?
I remember.
Like, huge.
This is after being divorced how long?
That was at least 3 years.
And obviously, we won't get into it, but if you
No, that was
guys
probably
only
about 2 years.
knew the
Divorced
hatefulness,
and split
the
3 years.
hatefulness.
This
that
man's
he
horrible
sensed her.
towards me.
Sorry.
Constantly. And just randomly. I haven't gotten them in a while, since definitely since
good.
I've remarried.
Let's hope, time is
Um,
passing. He's
Oh no, he's still very hateful towards me. I haven't gotten, like, the confessing love text
Well,
in a long time.
rather
I
not.
think they call that bipolar.
I think
Yeah.
they call it
Manic.
So anyways.
Narcissism.
Oh yeah, but he calls me a narcissist.
No.
Anyways.
Listen,
So he's freaking
I'm no
crazy.
therapist.
But
Pretty
if I
sure
were,
he's a delusional narcissist, okay? He lives in his own space bubble.
Oh, he's perfect.
Must be
Don't
nice
tell
there.
him that.
It's mirrored.
He's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Can't tell him
hey,
any
everybody
different.
has their faults, but
It's
all you
true.
can do is hope that every day,
One day he'll grow up. That's my only. That's
yes,
my hope. So.
hopefully in the next 10 years before you don't have to deal with him again.
Oh God, I hope.
So, should I share Mommy's
Yes.
story? The cookie story. Okay. So, before our mother met our father, our mom was dating this guy, and I had to be in like the second, maybe third grade, okay? And I remember this from a child's perspective, and it is so like seared into my brain, right? That I couldn't forget. I couldn't forget it almost. Okay, so she was dating this guy for a while, and he broke up with her on Valentine's Day. He came over, and I feel like I remember
I don't care why you have to break up with somebody.
You don't
Can
do
you
it on
not wait
Valentine's
12
Day.
hours for the next day?
Yes, I mean, or before, like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know a little
You didn't
ahead
just-
of time.
you
It's not
didn't
like
just wake
like,
up
something
on
popped.
Valentine's
Yes,
Day
yes.
And it's like, I gotta do this right now.
So I feel like I even remember his car was like red with black trim or something, and so Mom had bought him one of those like. You know at the malls, I don't know if they still have them. It had the big cookie cakes.
Yes, they
Oh
still
yeah,
have them.
those are Ben's favorite. I get them for all the holidays.
They're not cheap,
No.
right?
No.
So Mom had bought him this like big Valentine cookie cake, and they broke up. And this is how I remember it. She came into the house in a rage. She grabbed that cookie cake, went out of the house, and I remember looking out the door because she left the door open.
You're like,
And she smashed the cake all on top of the hood of his nice car, came back in, closed the door behind her, paused for a second, turned around, walked back outside, grabbed a piece of that cookie off the hood of that car, brought it in, and said, "Oh, here, this is for you," and gave me a piece of it.
That's amazing.
Oh, best damn cookie ever.
There's some
Revenge
rage in
cookie.
that.
Revenge cookie.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's hysterical that even like all that, she's like, oh shit, Tiffany wanted some of that.
yeah, like my kid, I gotta give her some cookie. It's like when you're like,
Wait, if you were in second, that means she had all three of us by
yes, you guys were just really.
then. What the
low.
hell?
We didn't get any
All
cookies.
right, one way.
I mean, maybe she gave you guys cookie too. She might have given you guys cookie
She's
too.
just
In my
remembering her
defense,
version.
I know I got some cookies. Okay, I did not forget. But
Could you imagine being that guy and being like, oh god, she's coming back?
I just feel like I don't even remember if like he had a nice car necessarily, but I do feel like he like loved his car. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And even as a kid, felt like, oh shit, he's gonna be so pissed. You know what I'm saying? I only wish it was like an actual cake, so it would just been like frosting smear
Yes.
everywhere. You know?
You wouldn't have got
Oh.
a piece of that though.
No.
It's a little harder to.
I
I
would
would've
have,
wanted
if
to
I
do
were gonna throw a cookie cake or not, I would have like blended and smashed and like go all the way.
But yeah, so that's probably the best Valentine's breakup story that I've ever heard.
Yes.
I don't have any personally. I didn't have a lot
No,
of
I didn't.
dating before. I would always get my friends Valentine like cards or candies and stuff, but it was just like my girlfriends.
Yeah.
You know?
I've never been big other than like the high school, like the singing treats or whatever it is.
Or
What did they
flowers? I
call
never really
them?
got flowers or anything. I didn't get flowers until Chris and I were married for a couple of
Singograms?
years.
A sing-a-grant.
No. What do they call them? I keep wanting to say bananagrams, but that's the game.
That's
a game.
definitely not it. I can't remember. I'm gonna remember as soon as we stop recording
Uh-huh.
what it is.
Maybe grams isn't even in the
I'm pretty sure.
singograms.
All right, Google.
Well,
I don't
they're
know.
gonna know for our high school. I could text Nova. Anyhow, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, let us know in the comments below. How do you feel about Valentine's Day? Do you love it? Do you hate it?
Yeah.
Have you had a really weird Valentine's Day? Have you had a really crappy one? I'd love to hear about it. Don't forget to like and share and hit us up on 3 Sisters 1 Heart Podcast on Instagram. Send us an email at 3sisters1heartpodcast@gmail.com.
It's a singogram.
That's not what they call
That's
that.
not what it's called.
I don't know.
Logogram?
No.
Hmm.
We'll remember and we'll put it in the comments.
Except
But-
for we probably won't remember come next week.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, maybe Nova will comment. Nova, if you see this, comment. below.
Yeah,
What's
what is
called?
it?
What's it called, babe?
All right. Triumphs.
Yes.
My back is hurting less
Hey,
than it was last week.
Optimism. You
So
gotta take it
it's not a
good.
huge one, but I will take it because I was in tears. It was hurting.
Are you trying
so
to like
bad.
sleep differently? Sometimes when I sleep,
Nope, I sleep with my heating pad.
oh, that helps.
Are you allowed to do that? Like, does it do anything? Like, I don't know.
You can sleep
nerves.
with a
Like,
hot
can you
water
sleep
bottle.
with it?
Mhm.
I'd be afraid it's gonna catch on fire or something.
What
shuts
about
off.
like electric blankets and stuff?
It shuts off. It's a timer.
But if you're nervous, I have water bottles, hot water bottles.
That doesn't say hot enough, long enough.
They do. Mine have cozies.
Oh, the she crocheted.
And
Yeah.
then like I can't
They
lay
still
on it
work.
because it's gonna go under my fat weight.
Oh yeah, you know.
I
you
lay
shouldn't
on my
it. You
heating
shouldn't
pad.
lay on it. No, then you'd be like waking up feeling kind of.
Well, anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
you don't
Yes.
hurt as bad.
Yes, that's.
I wish I could
still
say
get
the same.
uncomfortable here and there, but not as badly as it was. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
That's very good.
What about you?
Okay, so when we were in Orlando, we went to this kind of like a museum, but it's like a hands-on kind of interactive type family-oriented museum called Wonderworks, and it's really really cute.
It sounds really cool.
It's really cute, and one of the things that they had was this rope course, right? And it's I say rope course, and to me it's very scary. I am not into heights. I don't like to be upside down. I think I've mentioned on this podcast before, I prefer to be very well grounded
And
on
stable.
this earth. Yes. So this rope course is like in the top of the building, like up in where the rafters would be, essentially. You had to like harness up. You had to sign a waiver.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
And then you like clip into this thing, right? And you had to go up these stairs, and then there's 2 levels to it, and you're above everything. Like you're looking down, and underneath is like arcade games and stuff.
Oh, God.
So it's like that's another thing. I have the
Not
worst
the
depth
death you wanna fall
perception, and
into.
it's like lights, bing, 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 neon lights like going off in every direction underneath
Yeah.
you, and like some of the courses they're like marked like easy, medium, and hard, and like. First off, I got up there and was like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm not gonna be able to do this. Oh God. I started to like have that like panicky breath. And Chris is like, okay, this is a little more intimidating than I expected it to be. My husband, the thrill seeker, he's like, this is a little more intimidating than I was expecting it to be. He's like, you sure you want to do this? And I was like, oh my God. Then I had even
Now
more
you're even
doubt.
more freaked
Yeah.
out.
And he's like, how about I'll go first? And I was like, okay. If you say so, if that's gonna, we'll see. And I was able to do the easy rope courses. Some of them were rope, some of them were like metal planks, some of them were like move when you walk on them, which were fucking scary to me.
yeah.
I did one medium one, and I went up and did like one easy one, and then I was like, that's it, I'm done. Like I couldn't do the second level. I had to come back down. But it was
But still, it's
really
fun trying
fun.
different
And I
things.
Yes.
felt like, even though it's silly, like I felt kind of like badass afterwards because I pushed myself out of my comfort zone a
Yeah.
little, and I did something I would never do. And like I kept having to bring my focus back. Like I kept being like, "What if you slip?" And you're literally like, "Ah," like dangling there.
You're
you
hooked
know?
in. You're safe.
I know, but I don't want to dangle like at all. I'm not feeling that. When I got down, I asked the people running this are like, they look like they're 16, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, what are
Tiny
you
little
gonna do?
gals, you know? And I was like, oh my God, that's a little bit scarier. And they're like, yeah. Like, they were very sweet. And I was like, have you guys ever, like, had to go up and get people? They're like, oh, yeah, all the time. Can you imagine having, because they are like, when you go to get your harness on, they're already harnessed up. Like, they're just wearing a harness the whole time.
Constantly, yeah.
So I can imagine, like, I would be so nervous. Like, I can't even go up there. You have to, like, go up there and then try to, like, save someone. Which
Oh my God, you know what side story that reminds me? Whenever we were in Greece, he made me go to this theme park. And you know those, like, big circles where it has, like, a bunch of swings? That,
Yeah.
like, big ride? It was just like that, and I was like,
But you go
fine.
sideways.
I was
in
like,
them.
I can deal with this. Got it. Cool. Like, I'm thinking he's going to make me go on something crazy. And he didn't. And I was like, okay, I got this. And then they're telling us which one to go to. And I'm like, that's weird. They usually just kind of let you go and get on it.
Yeah, that is weird.
These 15 and 16-year-olds working at this theme park
Oh, God.
were eyeballing people's weight to make sure that it was evenly distributed. And I was like, what?
Oh, my God.
This is a thing? And then I didn't die, so it was okay. But
Did
I
you go
was,
up how high? Because, okay, again, when we were in Orlando, they have this, like, giant, it's like a giant Ferris wheel, and next to it they have this thing that's, like, I don't know what you call it, an obelisk looking thing, right? And then you go up, like it goes up, 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 and it's super high in the air. Like you can see
And then
it
it drops you.
and it spins you.
Oh, God.
But you're like way the fuck up there.
Oh, God, no.
I know. Chris is like, hey, let's do that, and I was like, absolutely not, absolutely not. You know me better than that. I think he says those things just to mess with me because he knows that I cannot.
Yeah.
But I'm always nervous trying to like
I
keep
do
him
it.
from doing it. I'm like,
I do
you
all
go,
the things.
You go. See?
Yeah.
I
Not
love
me.
roller
But yeah,
coasters.
you did
I love
the
the heights.
ropes.
I know.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. That's
I
a
did
big
do the
time.
ropes.
Well, mine is I put in my 2-week notice, which was anxiety inducing, but really, really good.
Yes.
But I fully intended to be quitting with no job, which is super risky. But it was really a mental health decision. It was a bad environment for me to be in, and it needed to end.
Yeah, smart choice.
So it was a relief. But either way, I got a new job.
Boom, just like
Yes.
that.
And so I don't have to be jobless.
That's amazing.
So everything just
And you were
lined
worried.
up.
We told you not to worry.
Well,
just gonna worry.
Nah.
I work. I like to work. So the idea of not working, it was a little intimidating. But I got a new job, guys.
That's amazing.
That is awesome.
So,
You start in a couple weeks?
yes. March 2nd will be my first day of the new job. And I'm so
Woo!
excited. Everybody seems super nice. They really liked me. Like, I literally did the interview. And I knew that the interview went well because then they set me with basically another me. Like, somebody in the position that I was doing to kind of, like, help me have more developed questions, see if I had any other concerns, anything like that. And I shadowed with him for quite a while. So, clearly they wouldn't have wasted their time if they weren't interested.
No.
So I knew that it went well, but literally less than 2 hours later, I had a job offer, and I was like, "Holy crap,
That's awesome.
this is happening!" And it's super exciting. I mean, it's scary too, but it's really exciting, and I'm really happy.
Yeah.
And I think it's just gonna be a nice, fresh start.
Good.
So it was definitely a good week. But
Right.
I think that's about
I
it.
think that's a good note to end on.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.